Welcome to FitBody Lifestyle, the show where we dive deep into the world of fitness, health, business, relationships, and the art of living a balanced life. I'm Jami.
And I'm Greg, and we're here to give you the benefit of our experiences in the fitness and bodybuilding industry, the corporate world, running a business, personal development, and building healthy relationships.
Whether you're sweating it out in the gym, hustling in your business, or seeking balance in your everyday life, you're in the right place.
So lace up those sneakers and grab that water bottle, and let's get ready to transform our minds, our bodies, and our lives.
Welcome back to FitBody Lifestyle in today's Fusion Hack, and we have lovely Miss Angela Rutherford here, and she's going to talk to us about 3 parenting priorities that she has discovered to be important in her life and her clients' lives.
Yeah, so the first one would be to prioritize your sleep, because if you're not sleeping well, you're not going to function well during the day, especially if it's a repeated pattern. And then the next thing would be to prioritize whole foods, because we all know those are the ones that are going to keep you feeling more satiated, level out, those tendencies to have the highs and lows, between meals, and minimize it, it's going to prevent you from overeating. The next one would be to prioritize flexibility. So having the ability to adapt and pivot with what you're doing in your life, especially as a parent. We all know kids can throw us curveballs, so we need to understand that sometimes we're not going to be able to train a full hour, and we need to adapt and adjust to maybe a 30-minute workout and be okay with that, and it's going to be cool.
So let's jump back to sleep.
Yeah.
Yes. So how much sleep is enough?
Most people need close to 8 hours. I would say, give or take about an hour depending on the person, but, we have to go through those at least 3 REM cycles to be optimized with our sleep. So
kids sleep with you, kids not sleep with you? What's the better?
If it's a battle, I would say let them sleep with you, because you're going to be, that was my choice. My daughter is not the best when it comes to sleep, and we were talking about this earlier. She's very kinesthetic and wants to be with her people, and she doesn't want to sleep in her bed, and I'm fine.
Well, it's
that means I can sleep longer. Cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it was like when I wanted to finally get my son sleeping in his own bed, it was a matter of me. Initially, I'd have to be there with him. And then, after a little bit of time, I would be there, but on the floor with my hand on the bed.
I used to do that.
I would usually sleep on the floor for a good amount of time until my husband woke me up and moved me. But yeah, I think that's just an interesting question, because, I know that's, sometimes when people talk about their pets, which are their kids too, so next thing you know, you got 2 dogs and 2 kids and, everything else, and then nobody's sleeping. So it's just figuring out how to make that work for you, right?
Yeah, get a bigger bed.
Well, I can. It's so funny as we say this. I can almost hear. Oh wait, can you listen? Oh yeah, there they are. These are all the internet trolls out there that are saying, "What? You allow your child to sleep in your bed? Oh my God, that is so irresponsible," or whatever. But the topic that you prioritized was prioritize sleep, and so if that's the priority, then you find what works.
Yeah. I mean, it's either that, or with her track record, I'm waking up multiple times, a good 3 times a night, to bring her back into her room. And, by the time I fall asleep, she's waking me up, and I'm walking her back to her room, and then waiting and, laying in her bed, trying to fall asleep, getting her to go to sleep. But I'm not all the way asleep. Getting up, walking back to
you're going to be getting up.
Yeah, so it's like I'm losing hours.
Yeah, which is crucial. So let's jump to the whole foods. So when we talk about whole foods, I know this is kind of like a broad topic. So if somebody isn't clear on what does that mean, give just kind of a quick breakdown on, how do you prioritize those whole foods?
Yeah, so these are going to be the foods that are primarily on the outside of the grocery store, not down the aisles, not in the frozen sections. It's going to be your fruits, your vegetables, your greens, your protein sources that you have to cook, those kind of foods. If you're prioritizing your diet around those, you're going to be less likely to overdo it on the calorie count.
Perfect. And then you talked
Wait,
about.
can I just ask one other question about that? So how do you make that a priority, especially if you're shopping with your kids and they want to go down the aisles? They don't like staying on the outskirts. So how do you, it's easy to say make it a priority. How do you execute that?
Yeah, I mean, we've always navigated that part of the grocery store first, always. And I mean, I do go down the aisles for some of my kids' snacks, but I also do a lot of online shopping. I will purchase things from Thrive Market, or I get a lot of their snacks online too. So we're having to go down the aisles less.
That's a great hack.
See, now
that's a really great idea.
That's a great priority.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
And then you don't also have them wanting to reach for things or seeing, I want this, I want that, I want this, because you can just get like the snacks that are healthy snacks for them.
Yeah.
And then when you go into the grocery store, they're just used to going around the outside and grabbing those other things. And I do think part of with kids is just training them, like whatever they're used to.
Yeah, this is what they're used to. Like, we always go to the produce first. Even at Costco, we go to the produce first. We're not walking down the aisles where they're going to be seeing the toys and the things that they want. And it's just, we kind of avoid it.
That's smart.
And that's why I wanted to ask that question, because I think it's so easy to say, well, prioritize this and just do that. But how you execute that is really the kind of the key component. And
that's why you're the good question asker.
Well, sometimes I ask big general questions, but I do think that looking at prioritization as a process and not as a destination. Hey, I'm going to work through this and figure out what works. And you've figured out some great hacks to make that a priority. So let's cover that third one.
So you talked about being flexible, and I think you gave a couple of examples with that. And we know, with kids, you have very little control there. Greg says that you're the CEO, but probably beg to differ.
They are the bosses.
The kids get sick, or they're grumpy, or they're not cooperative, or whatever. So how do you help people facilitate like that, being flexible and giving themselves grace?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a mom first, and I always say, like, do what you need to do for you first. But if they're sick or anything like that, I just kind of do whatever boxes I needed to check that day as like a wash. If I can get to them, fantastic. If I can only get to one or two, great. But my priority needs to be taking care of this little human and giving them the comfort that they need, while they're not feeling well. Then that's what I'm going to do. When it comes to possibly them joining me for my workouts, that tends to take longer. A 45-minute workout turns into an hour and a half, just because I might have the time to do that. If I don't have the time to do that, then it's just kind of one of those things. I'm going to get what I can get done. I'm going to make the most of it. And that's what's going to happen. I don't dwell on it.
That's so funny you talk about that. We were talking about workout pet peeves the other day, and people interrupting you during a set. And I'm thinking, well, that's probably a pretty daily pretty every time occurrence with, hey, mommy, what's this? And you're on your third rep, and you're like in that zone on that set. But Wyatt will come up and ask you a question or something during that time, but you're flexible with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's breaking my mind muscle connection. It's breaking my concentration in the set, but it's not every set.
There you go. Those are great. So again, summing up our fusion hacks for parenting and integration of this fit lifestyle. So the first one was, again,
prioritizing sleep,
right?
Prioritizing whole foods,
right?
And then being flexible.
Right. Prioritize flexibility. Awesome. Thank you so much, Angela. Those are great hacks for us. And we're going to bid everybody adieu. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I always get those things mixed up.
And leave a review.
That's it. Like, comment, subscribe, and leave a review. Someday I will master those. In the meantime, remember the 3 B's. Be safe, be good to yourself, and be good to each other. Bye-bye.
Thank you for tuning in to FitBody Lifestyle. We hope today's episode has left you feeling motivated and equipped to tackle your fitness goals, business challenges, and the daily dance of life. Remember to value progress over perfection. Life's tough enough alone. Find the chosen family around you to help you along the way.
If you enjoyed today's episode, we'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe and leave us a review on your favorite streaming platform. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at FitBody Fusion.